All right. Talk a little sports. As I predicted, the Texas Rangers are whooping the snot out of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Anyway, I said 6 games, but it should be five. It probably should be five. But the problem is the Texas Rangers are keep freaking getting injured. The big dog Garcia's hurt. Max Scherzer only lasted 3 innings. They only needed 3 innings from him the other day. So we're good. The problem with back spasms is they don't go away, and they don't go away in 3 days. So they're trying to do what they got to do. I think he'll probably pitch again if this goes to a miraculous game 7. They would try to put him out there and do what you got to do to ice that back, but you need to pitch and see what he can give. If he can give you 2 innings at zero, they'll take it. They take 3 or 4 innings. He lasted 3 innings at zero, gave him 0 runs. But if they can weather the storm, they'll be a World Series champion for the first time ever, and that's great. We're gonna put all these sports in one video. We're gonna talk about the James Harden. It's hard for me to understand why any team would pick up James Harden. James Harden's good days is behind him, but most importantly, when you have grievances, as we all do, whether it's with your employer, whether it's with whatever, the grievances should never affect your team mates. When he goes on these rants to blow up his team, which he's done it 3 times, now this would be his 4th time, he gained 30 pounds to leave Houston. He told Kevin Durant to kiss his behind in Brooklyn, and he got to Philly, and now he told Philly to kiss his behind. So when you're telling the big dogs like Joel Embiid, who's MVP, Kevin Durant, who's a champion, and if you tell guys like that you do not care about your teammates because they are his teammates, because you rather fight with organization issues, whether the GM, the owner, the president, whoever. When you do things like that, I don't think you can be trusted to lead a team or be a part of something that wants to be a winning formula. There's a whole bunch of teams in the league that's not going nowhere, right? Let's be honest. 30-something teams in the league, we all know the same 10 teams are going to make the playoffs every year. There might be 5 miraculous teams in there. The rest of these 15 teams are trash. We don't even bring them up. So we all know the Clippers thing is not going to work. We just have to know how. Kawhi and Paul George have been open about wanting to rest their body for the longevity of the season, and they'll play sporadically here and there. The season just started, so we'll see how that works. Kawhi has been open about, even if rule changes, he's going to sit on the bench with his suit on, and that's his right. Paul George has said the same thing. Westbrook has not changed his game enough to be able to facilitate a winning formula with any team with other superstars on him. And James Harden has already turned his back on 3 teams, and we'll see how this works with his 4th team. So when you add a circus, when you have a circus, we all know what's going to happen. We got clowns, we got someone juggling, we got a dog that can jump rope, and we got horses ridden by monkeys. The horses ridden by monkeys are not going to automatically say, you know what, I think we're going to try to be serious now and take this act on a serious road trip. No. It's still going to be the circus. So the Clippers will be a circus going forward. We just got to figure out who's going to be the juggler, who's going to be the clown, who's going to be riding the horse, and who's going to be doing the ponies with the jump rope. Which one? Because we know it's going to end horribly wrong. I don't get into the wins and losses, only get week 1. Everybody's like, oh my God, the Lakers suck. What are we doing with this team and that team? I was like, we got 75, 78 more games left. We got a long way to go. Some of these teams look good, won't look good in 6 weeks. Some of these teams look bad, we won't even know what they are doing in 2 months. So it's early. Who knows what's going on in the NFL? The Mahomes are losing. The Chiefs lost, unfortunately, to the Denver Broncos. But division games are always tricky. You always have to remember that. Your division games, they see you twice a year, but they've mostly been seeing you for the last couple of years. The same plays, same players. So anybody can lose that. They shouldn't have lost to the Broncos, so the Broncos stink. But the Chiefs had a lot of issues. They've been helped the last couple of games, especially early in the season with the refs. No comment. But the refs have been helping them a lot. And some of the fourth quarter's questionable calls that go their way. But I think they'll be fine. The AFC is loaded at the top. It's only a few games. But they played the Dolphins this week. Another team, high-powered offense, solid defense on both sides. So we're going to see. 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't know if I'm going to be up for that, but we're going to watch and try to do my part. But other than that, Brock Purdy and the boys are still losing. It's going to be interesting to see if they can get back to a winning formula. I still think the San Francisco 49ers will be there at the end of the year with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they'll be fine. I still trust that even though this system is basically, gimmicky and a lot of screens, a lot of crossers, a lot of running the ball, a lot of tight end action, stuff like that, I still believe that can win in the NFC. And if you only have to get through Dallas, they can beat them. And if you don't have to get through Philly, Philly is not as good as they were last year. So it's anybody's chance. So we'll see. The Bills got a big build against Tampa, and they're going into the next game. They beat the Giants, and they're going to play the Bengals this week. That's going to be a tough game because the Bengals are playing better since their rocky start. But also, the Bengals can beat the Bills. Remember the last time they played each other in the regular season was the Damar Hamlin scare, and they were winning that game. And they looked poised to win that game, even though it ended early. So it's going to be interesting if the Bills have issues with starting slow. So that's their issues. Detroit has issues. Ravens have issues. But issues, as long as you're winning, doesn't matter. So winning cures all issues, especially in the NFL, because it's not that many games. You lose in one, you get a tie one here and there, and you're cooked. So you really just want to try to weather the storm. And even if you have issues, if you can win and master issues from a winning standpoint, you'll be fine going forward. So we'll see. Peace.